guys, so this is going to be my review of the season 5 finale episode of Game of Thrones. It's episode 10, Mother's Mercy. So there was so much stuff that happened in this episode because they had to wrap up a ton of different storylines that they were doing throughout the season. So this was just crazy intense. Every different scene was wrapping something else up, and either somebody was dying or, you know, something else was going on, and it was just so intense. I'm gonna have some of my reactions in this video whenever I was watching the show. So we know that from the previous episode, he sacrificed Shireen to be able to get some sort of advantage in the war. But as we see in this episode, half of his men actually desert him. His wife hangs herself. Melisandre decides to leave in the middle of all this, but he, you know, is like, I'm determined, I'm gonna press on, I'm gonna go after Ramsay and the Boltons at Winterfell. And so he goes and he has like no men anymore. So I don't know what he was thinking, but it's just such a good scene whenever you're actually able to see all of his part of his army getting completely surrounded by Ramsay's army. You're just like, ah, well, he's done for. There's absolutely no way that he could even win this at all. There's just no way. And actually, we didn't even see any of the fighting really, because it was probably just a complete massacre. We see the end result where all of his men have died except for him, and he's going through the woods. He's stumbling around and he's hurt, and all of a sudden Brianne of Tarth comes out of the woods and she is just ready to kill him because of how he killed Renly. And she finally gets her revenge with Stannis, and I wasn't really expecting that to happen. Is she gonna seriously kill him right now? Well, yeah, Brianne, get him. Oh, what? Are you serious? So we don't know if he died. Okay, great. She took care of him, supposedly. Now, we didn't see him actually die, so I'm not sure that Stannis is dead. He seemed like he had enough energy to actually be able to wield his sword. So I think that there might be a chance that he actually brought his sword up and maybe fought with Brienne. So do you guys think that Brienne killed him, or do you think that there's actually going to be some sort of fight scene in season 6? So the next thing that I want to talk about is Reek. So you see Sansa, she's trying to signal for help because she realizes that Ramsay's not actually around right now, so she can try to sneak around a little bit. So Sansa's coming back from putting the light in the window, and all of a sudden Reek and Miranda find Sansa, and Miranda is just ready to kill her, and it's just so annoying, this girl. Oh my god. So Reek sees that Miranda is ready to kill her and pushes her off, and this was awesome. It's really difficult to decide whether or not you think it's more of a Theon or is he really more Reek, because he kind of shows both sides of himself, and he has been for the past couple episodes. So it's really awesome to see him push her over the edge. She just smacks her head right off the ground. We don't have to worry about her anymore. Theon is still in there. He is ready to help Sansa. They decide to jump off the edge of the castle and into the snow, I'm assuming, to try to escape. So I'm actually really excited to see how this is going to play out. So were you guys so excited that Reek finally turned back into like a Theon character and actually helped Sansa? Or are you still kind of like, I don't know that he's actually going to turn into Theon? I want to show you how I reacted whenever Reek decided to save Sansa and they decided they wanted to escape together. Oh my god, this girl is so annoying. Reek just standing there.
You're leaving it to me. Good. Let's begin. Yes! Stop! Stop!
Oh my god. Yeah, Reek! Yeah! Oh, I knew Theon was in there. I knew Theon was in there. Now what are they gonna do? Go, go. Oh my gosh, he's helping her. I can't believe it. What are they doing? They're gonna jump off the castle. Oh my. I guess there's snow. This is awesome. He took her hand. Oh, they escape. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is Arya and Sir Meryn. So we get some vengeance again. So Arya had Sir Meryn on her list of guys to kill. She ends up killing him. Now that was so brutal. So here's my reaction to the scene whenever I was watching it. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Oh my god, it's right in his eyes. Holy shit. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god, she just completely destroyed him. She just stabs him everywhere in the eyes, all over his body, and then she ends up slitting his throat at the end. So it was just a really gruesome death for him, which he completely deserved because he was a jerk. But it was very cool to see Arya finally get what she wanted. Okay, quickly touching on Daenerys. You know, they showed like Jorah and Tyrion and everybody. They want to go find her. They want to see what's going on. Then they also have to worry about ruling Meryn. And of course, Varys makes his entrance right at the end. Then they show Daenerys and Drogon. She has no idea where she is. The dragon doesn't really want to leave. He's sleepy, he's tired. And so she decides, yeah, well, screw it. I'm just going to have to walk around. And all of a sudden, all these people just start coming out of nowhere on horses. And they just start circling her and circling her and circling her. And I can't believe that she didn't just pass out from being dizzy. I can't tell at this point whether or not they're good guys or bad guys, but they don't seem like they're hurting her. They're just kind of circling her. I don't know what that means. All right, so let's get into one of the biggest scenes of the entire episode. Cersei being shamed. Oh my God. You know, first of all, she's naked. Everybody's just throwing stuff at her. She has to walk through the entire city just to get back to the castle. And while she's doing that, people are just swearing at her. They're just throwing food, feces, spitting on her. I hated Cersei with a passion. I really thought that it was good for her that she was locked up in a cell, that she needed to confess for her crimes. I think a lot of people probably did not feel bad for Cersei in this situation. They probably don't care. They say, you know what, she deserves it. But to watch a human have to walk through something like that, it just breaks your heart because it's just such an awful thing that somebody would have to go through. So what did you guys think about that part with Cersei? Did you like that she was getting tormented by having to be shamed through the town? Or did you actually have a little bit inside of you that was like, you know what, I actually feel a little bit bad for her, even though this entire time, you know, she's been this just evil, evil person. Now, this next scene just broke my heart. I really thought it was going to end on Cersei. So next I want to show you part of my reaction to when Jon Snow died. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God. Stop. Stop. Holy shit. You little piece of crap, you. I hate you. You know, we know that Jon Snow gets tricked coming outside, and all of a sudden all of the brothers of the Watch decide that he's a traitor. They have that marked on that like sign or whatever, and then they all just start stabbing him to death. What the hell? Obviously the majority of the guys that are at the wall, the Night's Watch, they did not see the White Walkers and the Whites. They didn't see any of that stuff. So they just don't understand what's actually out there, I don't think, and they don't know what's coming for them. And so they don't understand why Jon Snow is doing this, considering the fact that their brothers were just murdered by all of these wildlings. And I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but to just completely murder him, I mean, I guess they figured they couldn't really do anything else. He was probably my favorite character in the show at this point, just because he's such a kind guy. He really means to do well, and he's just so intelligent and just a good character. I just could not believe that they actually killed this character off, and I'm getting sick of it, to be honest with you. It's like all the good characters, you know, Robb Stark, Catelyn Stark, you know, those were major characters. Ned Stark in the first season. Are they just gonna have some sort of apocalyptic event at the end of this show where everybody just dies and you realize realize, oh, well, I just watched this for no reason. I've been watching some of the people commenting, and we don't know whether or not we think that Jon Snow's actually dead, because there's some, other theories out there on how he can come back to life. But I'm not sure really how I feel about it. Because he's such a good character, you want him to stay alive. I don't know that they're actually going to be able to save him, but I would hope that they would. That would be awesome. I really love Jon Snow. He's such a good character. I really hope that they do bring him back somehow. Okay, guys, so thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. Thumbs it up if you can. Be sure to check out my other Game of Thrones reviews. The links for those are going to be in the description below. All right, see you guys later.